Good morning, everyone. How are you? I am here to do your uplifting reading all about you. This is a message that focuses on you, brings forth a highlight or a spotlight, I guess I should say, on you, on your accomplishments, what you should be proud of, what people consider to be important about you, what they love about you, what you do in your life that benefits yourself and others. Let's go ahead and get right into this. See what we have for you today. All right, so the first card is, what is it that makes you unique and special? It is the Sun card. You are one of those people that no matter what happens in your life, you are resilient. You bounce back. You find the silver lining, or you just pick yourself up and just keep going. You do not let the difficulties of life hold you back. No, you understand life is a challenge. If it was meant to be easy, nobody would have any problems in their life. And you thoroughly understand challenges are meant to help us grow. That's why we are here on planet Earth, to experience life, to learn from the things that we do. When we do not learn the lessons, that's when we suffer as human beings. So for you, you see the world, you see what's happened, you see every choice that you make, and you've said to yourself, there's a lesson here. There's something I can take from this. How can I take this and grow from it? And that's exactly what you do. And by doing that, you've kept your mind open. You are very, very open and receptive and receive clarity about so many things. It's like you just know. You can see the patterns and how everything is connected. I am strongly getting a message here that you have definitely been through a very traumatic situation at some point early on in life. You know, most of you, it's probably going to be something happened to you before you were even 15, okay? Massive losses of life in your family, your friends, your community, something devastating happening here before you were even 15. And that's a lot to process. We think we handle it, we think we understand it, but then those things can come back to haunt us in our 20s, our 30s. So I'm getting that most of you probably dealt with something very traumatic before you were 15. If you are now over 40 years old, you have dealt with this. This is why you seek this clarity. You see the patterns. You understand now, because somewhere between 15 and 40, you went through the process of a dark night of the soul, of learning that this is life. This is the way things work. This is how it goes. And what I choose to do with what happens to me is the thing that matters the most. And that's what you have learned. So that makes you truly magical, beautiful, an incredible person, because some people can never get themselves to this point. They just cannot do it, okay? And for those that cannot do that, I do feel bad, because it's the whole purpose of existence, to be able to move past these things, to grow, and then we get to enjoy the beauty and awe of living again. All right, let's go ahead and see what has happened to you here in the past that you have overcome, or what you personally have accomplished in your life. 8 of Wands here. It says 8 of Spirals, but that's the 8 of Wands. Again, something devastating. These are meteors coming down and hitting the earth, and we've got a deer fleeing, running through the forest, trying to find its way clear. We have a full red moon here, so something that was definitely the opposite of where you are now. You have the moon and the sun here. So yes, a very traumatic situation. It could have been a fire. It could have been a war. I am getting energy of a war. And boy, did I just get chills on that one. And that one started from like the nape of my neck and spread up to the top of my head and out over each shoulder. Okay. You could have been caught in a wildfire. You could have lost everything that you owned to a wildfire, to a war, to massive destruction, hurricanes, tsunamis. I'm getting most of this that happened to you literally took everything that you had, and you questioned, how could this happen? Why does this happen? But then you realize that's not the question you needed to be asking yourself. The question you decided to focus on, the clarity you decided to gain was, what do I do now? Okay, can I live without the house? Can I live without the pictures? Am I supposed to keep going even though I've lost all my family, all my friends, my whole community? And you have found that there's some reason for you to be here. You see, you've learned, you've grown from this. It was devastating, and my heart absolutely goes out to each and every one of you. And I can completely understand this because I have had so much in my life materialistically and lost it all. And I'm at the point now where I don't want material things. I don't want material things. They can come, they can go. I am happiest when I'm happy, when I'm just focused on me being happy, connecting with people, and that's what matters. And I feel for you that that's where you're at too. And some of you, unfortunately, have gone through this more than once, this loss, this traumatic situation. So maybe you, when you were young, under 15, your family had something damage their home, okay? And you lost the family home. Maybe you lost a family member or two. You moved on, okay? You have to. If you're alive, you have to keep going. You have to move on. You can't just sit there in an empty house. You have to move on. You don't have a choice. Then again, I'm getting that some of you turn around and bought your own house as an adult and it got flooded or it got knocked down or whatever. So I feel like, or even the same thing that happened to your home or your family when you were younger is repeated itself. So like losing someone close to you, a spouse, you know, like your parent lost their spouse. So your dad lost your mom. And then you turn around after you got married, you lost your spouse. It's very devastating. It's very traumatizing here. But you've gotten through it. You found a way to get out of danger and move on. You decided, you know what? This is life. This is life. And you're finding, I love how you've recuperated from all of this. Doesn't mean you've forgotten those people. It doesn't mean that you've moved on from them. No, it just means that you have decided how you are going to respond to the activities of life. You can't control the weather. And I think that's right there the key. That's what Spirit's telling me is the key. You have found within you that it's not about you controlling anything other than your own response. You can't control the weather. You can't control other people. You can only control your emotions. Deal with them. Experience what needs to be dealt with and felt and acknowledged, and then move forward. Beautiful energy here. All right. And this is a sad story. I'm sorry. This is. You've definitely been through the trauma, but you should be proud of yourself for getting past everything that has happened to you. And I don't think you wear this as pride, as in, oh, I'm so good. No, this is more subtle, much more subtle. This is much more humble. Okay. Beautiful energy around you. And I am getting the sense that you probably help people get through similar situations. Let's see what we have here as far as how you do influence the people around you. The 10 of Swords. You show people that they are only trapped by their own thoughts. This is a tiger surrounded by scrolls. Okay. Scrolls are paper. This tiger is much stronger than any piece of that paper there and could get outside of this situation. You show people how to heal and how there's no reason to stay trapped in the past. because that's what these scrolls, or swords, if you want to, swords are air energy, representative of air energy, thoughts. That's all it is. It's our thoughts. What do we want to focus on? That tiger is much stronger than the pieces of paper. And the pieces of paper represent the thoughts. So you show people how to break free from the things that they think, the things that they are experiencing in their head. They're different than the experiences that are physical, that happen. So you're showing them how to respond to their situations, to deal with each thought that comes through. You help them to understand the patterns, the expectations that society puts on us, that our beliefs put on us, where those beliefs come from. You show them the patterns. You have a very healing touch here. Now, I'm also getting that this is much subtler, more behind the scenes than up front and in your face. So some of you are counselors. Some of you are life coaches. Some of you, are out there actively helping people that way. But there's also people, some of you who influence people by what I'm doing here, okay? My channel is meant to help people grow, to heal, to move forward, to see that life is their own choice. So I'm getting for you, you affect people in a huge way, but it's through much more humble means and subtler energies. So being a role model possibly for, mentoring children, mentoring people who are going through this, but not directly. Okay, so instead of being the counselor that people go to after a traumatic situation, you are more the big brother, big sister. Okay, you're the person who normalizes the trauma. You show them that we have to get back going in life again. And if you do not know what a big brother, big sister is, it is a program. Look it up. It's a beautiful thing. You mentor children that need an adult, somebody, either a big brother, big sister, and you don't have to be, you could be a grandparent, whatever. But yeah, it's a beautiful program. So definitely more on the subtle side of helping people here. Maybe I'm getting something about tutoring people. Oh, you know what it is like helping somebody learn the language. Maybe they've had to relocate. Maybe like you may have been a refugee here in the past. If you were in a war and you lost your home when you were younger, you may have had to move someplace where you didn't speak the language. And now you're doing that for someone else. So you can relate. You can show them life goes on. Beautiful energy here. Beautiful affectation towards others. All right, let's go ahead and see what other talent or skill that you have that we should know about. The 9 of Swords, that you are able to face your fears. Okay, that you realize thoughts are thoughts. Feelings need to be dealt with. We have to spend the time to allow our grief, our suffering, our pain. We're not looking for answers. We're not asking that elusive question of why does this happen? Why me? No, that will never be answered. Instead, asking yourself the questions of, what can this person who was here with me teach me? What can I learn from the experience that I've had? I know I have to deal with my emotions. I can't pent them up. Allowing healing to happen. Dealing with one thought, one issue at a time. And you show people how to do this. Again, there's been a lot of grief. There's been a lot of suffering. There's been a lot of pain. But we go from the 10 of Swords to the 9 of Swords. So you're showing people how to break free, including yourself. You learn this lesson yourself. Somebody may have shown you in the past, but I feel like, yeah, I do I do feel like you were mentored possibly by someone else, helped by someone else. If you had to relocate, there were resources available to you, and now you do the same thing for other people. Or a similar thing. Maybe it's not exactly all the resources that were given to you, but you have one particular one that you help people with. All right, what is it that you do right now that you should never, ever stop doing? Look at that. The golden flower of temperance, the sunflower. Be balanced, be whole, keep your focus on the divine light, okay? Focus on your gratitude, your abundance, and it will grow. Adapt to the changes. This is what you do. You are beautiful. You are level-headed. You are peaceful. You find the balance within yourself and life. When something goes wrong, you don't go and lose your mind. You don't get upset and cry and throw things. You don't get angry that the world is treating you horribly. No, you focus on those things that you know will benefit you. Moving forward, staying balanced, staying calm, being the rock in the storm for yourself and for others. So don't ever stop doing those things. That is what has created this sun energy for you, and it is beautiful. All right, what does Spirit want you to focus on within yourself to maintain a healthy balance? Look at that, the Hierophant, the divine child, keeping that connection to your divinity, continuing to look at the world in a childlike way, seeing the transformation, the changes, the differences between people and energies. And, no one way is the only way. The only way is to keep an open mind, to be adaptable, to be ready to see and feel and experience whatever's coming your way. Now, I'm noticing all the butterflies here, and the only other animal I saw at first was this frog. And I was like, interesting. I did see the clam shell, but that's a shell. That's something that's housing something else, and that's you, your divinity. But the frog here, and then right after that, I saw the bird on the child's head. And we don't know if this is a girl child, a boy child. It doesn't matter. You're focusing on the energy of bringing both the divine feminine, the divine masculine together, keeping your balance, keeping your temperance, finding that equilibrium within yourself, being adaptable, trying something new here. Continue to focus on those things that make you excited. If something tickles your fancy, go ahead and check it out. There's definitely something about something that's going to tickle your fancy is coming your way. It could be a new prince or princess. That's what I'm hearing with this frog, and I'm trying to grasp the true meaning. Maybe you have to kiss a lot of frogs before you find the prince, but it's more than that. It's kind of like you have to go through a lot of experiences before you find the happiness, before you find the true joy, before you can find your true self. Beautiful message there. Let's get you your spirit animal cards. Let's see what we have here. This is a beautiful message. I feel like you've had a lot of time to heal from the experiences that you have been through in your past. Again, I feel like most of you, the really traumatic first situation happened before you were 15. And then I feel like there was a repeated energy that happened after that you learned that it's just the patterns of life and how to deal with it. And how to choose. You chose how you were going to respond to life's ups and downs. That's what this message is all about. All right, let's go ahead and see what your spirit animal is for today. Look at that. Horse spirit. Freedom is yours. Card 33. See, you set yourself free. You could have kept yourself all tied up and traumatized, and oh gosh, this went on for so long. I lost everything. I lost everyone. Instead, you decided to focus on moving forward. What can I do today to be happy? What can I do for my future? Because you can't bring the past people back. You can't get that house back. And even if you go through this situation twice, which I've done, it happened within my family too. My father, when he was a child, he had a tree fall on his house, on his bedroom. And then as an adult, he bought a house, raised us in it. And my sister got trapped in her bed because a tree fell on our house, okay? These things happen. You may have lost your home to a wildfire when you were a child, and then as an adult, you may have lost your home to a hurricane, a tsunami, another fire. All right, it's the patterns, and you've chosen not to stay in the past. You're focusing on honoring the past, honoring those that were there for you, okay? Crying and honoring those that you have lost, but you're not wallowing in that. You're focusing on being happy and how you're going to respond. Beautiful. Your heart is free. Your soul is free. You are not trapped. All right, let's see what else we have here. I am going to refer to the message in the book in just a second. Let's see what else we have here for you, though. What else do we have here for you? Look at this. We've got Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. Card 28, which is a 10. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Tie up those loose ends. Move forward. Move on. All right, so what we have here is with Horse Spirit. Are you feeling stuck? Has your spirit been broken by the challenges that you have faced? Your current choices may not seem the very best right now, but you are just not seeing the clearing ahead where you will be able to break free and run. Whatever your choices in life are right now, they can lead you to exhilarating freedom. So trust the guidance of Spirit. Horse Spirit is here to tell you that adventure is calling you, and you soon will realize your power is greater, much greater than you think. Perhaps your frustrations and feelings of being fenced in are the result of being too much on your high horse, unwilling to come down to earth and join the herd that wants to help support you. Being in control and in charge can be overrated. It's time to loosen up, drop the reins, let go, and prance with others, just for the sheer fun of it. Okay, if you happen to have a question about a relationship right now, you can set your heart free to experience love in all of its forms. Spirit whispers to you that the gift of freedom is yours if you allow yourself to break out of your perfectionism and stubbornness. Okay, you have to let those energies go in order to move forward. Make a move and enjoy the freedom of letting go of the need to feel in control. There is always a better situation, a better state of being, and there is no one that can hold you back from those things. That right there was your decision, and it still is. It will always be your decision. Are you going to focus on the past and the trauma that you've been through day in and day out? Or are you going to focus on, hey, that's life. Now what? Okay. I can choose to be balanced and whole and deal with my emotions and break free from that and focus on my divinity, the fun and the good in life. And you are very, very capable of making powerful choices that will affect you for the rest of your life. So you are the one in control of that. Keep that in mind. All right, so what do we have here with Frog Spirit? What's weighing you down? Is it time for a spiritual and or a psychic cleansing? Are you overdue for letting go of the voices that surround you? They may have started to get into your head, these voices that bog you down and keep you from leaping forward into a better situation. Let others croak and create their own dramas while you make space for yourself and for hearing your own thoughts as they come to you. Declutter your schedule and stop trying to do it all by yourself. Let others manage their own baggage rather than allowing it to be dumped on you. For your lily pad needs to be clear of other people's clutter, okay? Don't take on other people's belief systems, how you're supposed to be, how long you're supposed to mourn the loss of a person. Each person deals with their own things in their own time. And you really have gained clarity in all of the patterns of life and what matters to you and how to move forward and how you are personally going to deal with your situations. Frog Spirit may also have come to you bearing a message about your physical space. Are you holding on to things because you are afraid of losing your energetic connection to your past, to people who are no longer in your life, or to goals that you never actually went after? Maybe because you were not able to. Something disrupted it. Or could you have these items around because you feel guilty if you got rid of them? Do you feel guilty if you stop focusing all your energy on, the hurt and the pain and the suffering or the loss that you've experienced? Do you feel guilty for that? Don't. There is no reason for guilt. Guilt does not help the thing that's gone. It doesn't change the situation that was there. Let go of it. It's only keeping you a prisoner. All right. Are your storage and living spaces stuffed and overcrowded with reminders of what you are not, when they should be holding only objects that reflect who you are and aspire to be? So change out, clear out the past, let it go, honor those that are there, that were there for you, but focus on your here and the now. If something is no longer making you feel joyful, empowered, excited, happy, or comfortable, Frog Spirit is telling you to let it go and free yourself to leap forward into something new, trusting that you will always have what you need. Set yourself free. Freedom is yours, Horse Spirit. All right, my loves, I'm going to conclude this message here. Don't forget to tickle, tap, boop, or zap that like button. Claim this in the comments if it's your message. And if you are interested in a personal reading, please email me. My email address is below every single video. You email me and I will send you all the details. All right, until our energy crosses again, I'm wishing you much peace, love, and happiness. Bye-bye.